Hello everyone, today I have a new spring in my step. This is not your common everyday spring look. This is very edgy and just dark, but I thought it looked very spring appropriate with the lilac inner corner. I'm really liking it just because I don't want to go too springy. I just still wanted to add a little bit of edge. So I did here a smoky gray eye with a pop of lilac. So to start off, I'm going to first apply my chapstick as always. Then I gotta do something with this face. So I'm going to apply my favorite primer of the moment. It's the Laura Mercier foundation primer. And just place that everywhere on my skin. I really like this because it's more like like just so much moisture that my skin desperately needs. It just adds like a little pick-me-up. So I think it's very important to apply primer before, and this is kind of like a moisturizing primer, so it works. The foundation that I'm going to use today is the new L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte foundation. This I think is the first time I use it, so I'm using it with the Beauty Blender. It's not really my color just yet. It's a bit more yellow and a little bit too dark for my skin, but I'm okay with that. I'd rather go darker than lighter. I'm just patting this all over my skin, and I noticed that the texture of this is very thick and very full coverage. So it's not something that I really like for spring, but since this is a more edgy look, I decided super matte skin would be best. And I think this look is most appropriate for nighttime or like a date night in spring or anything like that. Even prom, I think, would work with this. The concealer I'm using is my CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous Concealer, just because it's my favorite. When applying concealer, I used to just put it like this, but now I'm taking it down by my nose, so it's really made a difference. I'm using my same Beauty Blender to blend it out. I love the Beauty Blender. If you want to get one tool for spring, this would be it. It just works with everything. So I'm going to apply a highlighter. This one is from e.l.f. Or no, this is from Benefit, I'm sorry. And it's the What's Up highlighter. I was almost done with it, so I really just wanted to use it all up, but this is really a good highlighter. It's more of a metallic sheen, so very different from the e.l.f. one. So yeah, it's just your preference, but I'm placing it everywhere on the high points of my cheeks, on my brow highlight, my cupid's bow, my chin, my nose, my forehead, just everywhere. I did not use this sparingly at all. And then I went in with the Beauty Blender and blended it all out. This is a bit harder to blend out because it's, I don't know, the highlighter, it's not really, it's best to be blended out with your finger, I think, but the Beauty Blender works as well. So I'm just going to blend this everywhere. This gives the illusion of very high cheekbones, which I do not have at all. So I love it. I like applying this Missed Opportunity. This is from Mark, just to really melt everything together and really make it look like my own skin. I was having a hard time because this is the first time I use this foundation and it's very matte, so anything that I placed on top kind of stuck, so that's why I needed the Missed Opportunity to just melt it all together. And next I'm going to apply my powder. This is from CoverGirl, the Ready Set Gorgeous. I'm almost out of it, and I'm trying to show you my tools number. This is from Delium Tools. It's the number 980. It's just a giant fluffy face brush. So I'm just placing this everywhere. I like this powder because it doesn't get rid of the sheen that I want, but it gets rid of like that shine that I don't want. It just makes a big difference. Here I'm just really just staring at my face and making sure it looks good. Alright, next I'm going to take this highlighter from Wet n Wild and this angled face brush. I'll show you the number in a minute because I forgot. This is not like, it's a matte highlighter, so it's really just for contouring, I'd say, not really to add a glow, it's just to contour. So this is where I was just checking out my face because I had never tried that foundation before, and I really like to check it out. Alright, now I'm going to contour. Where you highlight, you have to contour. I'm using this brush by Delium Tools. It's the 945. And it's just domed, and I really like it for that cheekbone area. And as you can see, I lay it on pretty thick at first and then I just blend it out. So in the hollows of the cheek, my temples, and my jawline, and then I take it under my chin as well. If you have a double chin like I do, this is gonna be your like best friend. And the other side as well, of course. And next I'm gonna take a kabuki brush and just really go to town with it. Oh, I also do the sides of my nose. But you want to take your time in blending as always. This is the 995 brush from Delium Tools. And I just probably spend like 5 minutes doing this because this blends everything that I put on my face so far. The highlight, the contour, the powder, it just blends it all. So this is really where I take my time at it all. Okay, now it's time for the eyes. I'm going to use my Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar palette. I'm going to use these shades here, which you can use from any palette, but I'm also going to take these Pastel Lilac and this Pastel Pink color. But first, I'm going to prime my eyelids using the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I like this one because it gets tacky if you wait just a little bit, and that's what really helps your eyeshadow adhere to your lids. Now I'm going to take the coconut cream color here. It's just a vanilla shade and it's matte. Taking this 777 brush, it's very much of a fluffy eyeshadow brush. And I'm just placing that all over my lids first, just to prevent any kind of dragging. Next, I'm taking this mousse color. It is just in the crease. It's a cool tone crease color. All the colors I'm going to use are cool tone, so they go best for those spring skin tones. Alright, so it should look kind of like this. Very messy. Now I'm going to go into this pudding color, and it is a little bit of a deeper crease color. It's a lot more gray and it's matte. I'm using a dome-shaped brush. This is from Sonia Kashuk. It's one of her collections, but it's just dome and it really gets in there very nicely. Taking a blending brush. This is from Delium Tools 785. And I'm just going to blend those two together and make it look nice and blended. Taking that pudding color, I'm going under the lash line as well. And I'm taking this a little bit lower than I usually do. I'm going back with coconut cream and highlighting my brow. And since I was near my brow, I just went ahead and filled in my brows. The spoolie is the 733. And I'm going to take this mousse color and just fill in my brows using a Delium brush as well. This is angled and it's very tiny, so it gets in the brows very nicely. It's the 763. Alright, now I'm going to take this brush, it's the 722, and just comb that out just to make sure there's no kind of heavy spots. Alright, now I'm taking the 772, this is just pointy, and I'm taking it into Rum Raisin, and I'm just placing this in on my lid, but leaving that little gap in my inner line, because that's where I'm going to apply the lilac, obviously. Placing this on the lower lash line as well. This has a little bit of a shimmer or sheen to it. Now I'm going to go into Hot Budge, which is a deeper brown, but it does have sheen as well. And I'm placing this in the outer V and making sure that I put this in the lower lash line as well. Now I'm going to take that blending brush again and just really blend it out and make sure that it is seamless. I don't want you to see any harsh line at all. Alright, using the tiny 755 brush, I'm going to go into Licorice, and I'm placing that in the tiniest outer V, just a tiny one, and then on the lower lash line. I just want to add depth, and this is a matte black, which everyone needs in their collection, and it's just going to add that depth that I need just to make my eyes seem bigger. And again, I'm going to go into my blending brush and blend it out. As always, blending is key, so you want to spend time doing that. It should look like this in the end. Next, I'm going to go with the 780 brush. This is a pencil brush, and I'm going to go into the lilac color and place that in the inner portion and filling in that little space that we left earlier. I am going to take this a bit higher, and then I'm going to blend it into that pewter color that I placed before. And then if any kind of remove, just put a little bit more. Now I'm going to go into that pink brush, pink uh, shadow, and place that as well. I didn't show that part, but I just placed that as well. Now I'm going to line my lids using licorice and a flat brush. You can use a liquid liner, but I like to use both. So your eyes will look something like this. And I'm placing this on the lower lash line as well, just stamping it on that line. Alright, now I'm going to take the 960 brush. This is the best blush ever. This is Luminoso from Milani, and I'm just placing that on the outside of my cheekbone. And my husband is giving me some kind of trivia, so I'm going to be talking throughout this whole time. Alright, this gives you just that perfect glow, and it's not too bright or bold or pink or anything. It's just perfect. And I went ahead and applied a bit more concealer just because I felt like I needed more. And then taking the blending brush, or beauty blender, blending it out. And anytime you put concealer, you have to put powder over, so that's what I did there. Alright, I'm going to go back into that brush and apply a little bit more lilac in the inner portion, and I'm making the weirdest faces, I don't even know why. Alright, on the lips, I tried several things. The first thing I tried was this lip liner from Rimmel, and it's just a brown shade. I line my lips and fill it in as well, and then the color that I used over it is an e.l.f. matte lip cream lip color. This is in the color Nudist or something like that. I'll put the description down below. And I just placed this over that lip liner. This was a little too matte and I just didn't like it, so I took that off. But here's that option if you wanted to go matte or nude. Alright, I took that off. If you want to go a little bit more bold, I use this color by ColourPop. It's the Frenemy, and I'm placing that on my lips first, and then I'm just kind of blurring it out with my finger because I didn't want it as strong. And then over that I went back with that e.l.f. Lip color and placed it over because I wanted a little bit of a warmer nude color, and this was just a little too like punchy pink, so I took that one off as well because I didn't think it went with the eyes, so I took that off. And I'm just honestly gonna go with my old favorite. This has never let me down. It's never failed me. It's the Dolly by Too Faced. I love it. And honestly, I didn't realize, but it matched my nails perfectly. So I ended up loving it. And as you can see, it is matte. So I'm gonna blend it out with my fingers. And that's it. That's the whole look. But I'm going to add a little bit of liner just to add the drama. So this is a liquid liner from Clinique. I really like it. And you can skip this step. I just wanted to line my lids. You can also skip this step. It's not necessary, but it's my new favorite. It's adding lash primer. This is the Dior lash primer. I don't think I can live without this anymore. It's so sad. Alright, if you get it dirty like I did, just with mascara or powder, I just brush it off in a tissue. The mascara I'm using is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and there you have it. There's my completed, very edgy but still a pop of lilac. I love it. The lilac just really makes it, springy and soft, and the nails match the lips, which I love as well. It's just a whole look that I love. So let me know what you guys think. I'd love to hear your opinions, but until then, I'm just gonna rock this very edgy look, and I'll talk to you all very soon. Bye. And please don't forget to check out my website for product details. It's simpleandfancy.net. Bye.